If we take the fraction 17 over 3, we know if you write it in long division format, it would be 3 outside 17, causing a whole number of 5 and a remainder of 2. That means we write 17 over 3 as 5 2/3. Now if we take this same concept and apply it to this long division, having a quotient of 1 over 4x plus 3.75, a remainder of 428x plus 345, and a divisor of 4x squared plus 120x plus 88. We can rewrite that as this. Now, if we're trying to find out what happens to the y as x approaches infinity, then we know a couple things. We know that x approaching infinity means that x will grow larger and larger and larger. But if this means this x value is in the denominator of a fraction, this fraction will grow smaller and smaller and smaller. This is this if you've had 1 over 10, 10 being your x, which equals 0.1, then 1 over 100, 100 being your x, which is bigger than 10, which then equals 0.01. The bigger the x in the denominator, the smaller the fraction. Now if we take 428x plus 345 and all over 4x squared plus 120x plus 88, and we divide everything by x, we would be left with 428 plus 345 over x all over 4x plus 120 plus 88 over x. Now, having x in the denominator means that the bigger the x, the closer to 0 the fraction will go to. We have two x's at the denominator in this fraction, here and here, meaning that as x approaches infinity, these will grow smaller, 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 and approach 0, meaning that we can rewrite that, well, this, as 428 plus 0, which we don't even have to write anymore, all over 4x plus 120. Now, here's an interesting thing. We have another x as a denominator in the big fraction, meaning that this whole thing will tend towards 0. Now, if we have 1 over 4x plus 3.75 plus 0, that means that as x approaches infinity, the y's will approach 1 over 4x plus 3.75, because as the x approaches infinity, the term that was here becomes 0, meaning that all we're left is 1 over 4x plus 3.75. But this is also the equation of the oblique asymptote. And it is important to note that the reason that it is an asymptote because the y's never truly reach 0. So you see, the x's never truly reach infinity. Although they may grow very, very close, a billion, in fact, we would have, let's say, 1 over a billion. Although a very, very, very small number, it does not equal 0. So the y can never equal 1 over 4x plus 3.75, but it will grow very close. Thank you. One more thing to add. The reason we can divide everything by x in this term is because we are essentially multiplying by 1 over x all over 1 over x, which in turn equals 1. And whenever we multiply something by 1, it stays the same. Thank you.